What's up everyone? Welcome back. Shannon here, aka That Tile Chick. For today's video, we are going to be caulking this shower. Stay tuned. What's up everyone and welcome back. As always, if you are new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We are going to be going over how to caulk this shower. If you have built a shower in the past or if you've done it yourself, etc., and you've hard grouted your inside corners, that's a big no-no in the tile industry. We have something called ANSI standards that requires us to have a soft joint, which is 100% silicone in a shower and on the changes of plane. So that's what we're going to be doing today. If you've been following along this series, we've videoed everything from demo to putting in the tub, because this used to be a shower, tiling the walls, tiling the floors, all of that. We're gonna tag that below, link it below. So if you wanna follow along, check out those videos. But for now, today, we're going to be caulking. It's one of the final steps in building a shower, and it is very important. So what we're going to be using is, I finally upgraded this caulking gun, by the way. I've been using the old, like the orange Home Depot caulking gun and getting a 4-arm pump. But this is like a little bit of an upgrade if you have two options of the flow, high and low. Anyway, it's just much better. We're going to be using the Latacrete Latasil, which is 100% silicone, in the color Smoke Gray, which matches our grout. So I need to get a step stool and get to it. But yes, I'll tell you how to do it along the way so that you stick around, because what fun is it if I tell you everything up front? No fun at all. So, all right, so obviously you want to cut your tip off. Latacrete silicone, you have to actually unscrew this tip and cut off the little thingamajiggy in here, because this comes sealed and this comes as a screw off. So anyway, you have to make two cuts. It's not like a regular tube of caulk where you just cut the tip and you're good to go. Anyway, so I'm going to start at the top and run my bead all the way down. We are going to be doing the changes of plane. That is the inside corners, around the window or soap box if you have one, and then at the tub where the tile meets the tub. So the purpose of this is you're supposed to leave space there to allow for expansion. A lot of people think that tile is, it's like exempt from the rules of like physics. I think it's physics, where like things expand and contract with heat and cold, but it's not. So just remember that your tile can crack if you don't leave it room for expansion. And that's exactly the purpose of this. So I'm gonna get up on my step stool and get to caulking. Hopefully I'll be able to do this in one bead, but I don't know, probably not. Now listen, I'm not a pro at caulking, so I know people are gonna talk a whole bunch of crap in the comments. I'm getting better, okay? I'm a tiler, not a caulker. So if you got any tips for me, great. This is I'm just telling you why you need to caulk your inside corners when you're installing a shower, and what kind of caulk you need. So that's the purpose of this video. When you're working with silicone, you can't just tool it with your finger or with the tool. It sticks to you. You will not get a smooth bead. So anybody who's gonna comment and say they're just gonna use their finger, that's not gonna work. And if that's ever worked for you, well, you must be a magician. So, okay, now, this is my secret tip. This is what works for me. You can either use it or not. This is water with some dish soap in it. You can see the bubbles. Basically, you have two options. You can either spray the whole line. I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to spray my tool. The reason I'm not gonna do that is because I wanna caulk around the tub and all the water is gonna start running down the wall. And if the soapy water gets to that joint that's meeting the tub, it's not going to allow the silicone to adhere when I get down there, and it's going to be annoying. So I just want to lubricate my little caulking tool so that when I'm pulling my bead, the silicone doesn't stick here and leaves a nice smooth line. So I'm just going to spray it. Start at the top. All of this that comes out on the sides, I just go back after when it's dry and clean it up. It comes right off. So if you're worried about that, that's what I do. For some reason, a lot of people say that I use too much caulk, like because I have all this left over. But I mean, I don't know how you can use less. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I think this looks nice. I'll go back and clean up these edges once it's dry, and it's a nice clean bead. Oops, sorry. Now from here, I'll probably run up. That's it. I'm gonna do the other side from the ceiling down, just like I did over here. Then we'll remove this plywood and I'll do around the tub. Let it dry a little bit. Once it's all dry, when you come back, all you really need to do is just like rub the excess here and it peels right off. So I'm not really worried about it. If you're worried, you can go back with your tool and kind of go along the sides, but you risk hitting your bead and then making a dent in it when you have it nice and perfectly smooth. So I just like to wait. Okay, so the same rule applies along where the tub and the tile meets. It's actually even more important because you have two different materials meeting up to one another. Like this is acrylic, and then obviously the tile is what it is. So both of them are going to react differently to heat, and so you have to account for that. We left an 1/8 inch joint across the whole area, and actually there is a standard that you're supposed to use Baccarat in these areas here. I'm not going to tell you if I did or didn't, but it's just what you're supposed to do. Anyway, just letting you know, it's a little disclaimer. If you want to actually be by the book, that's what you're supposed to be doing. I left my joint. I'm doing my soft joint. That's it. All right, guys, so there you have it. We did our final clean of the shower. All of the caulk has been dried and we scraped away the edges like we mentioned earlier. So this is the finished product. When everything's all dry, I just want you to take note that the grout matches the caulk, right? So I hear a couple different things that the grout match caulk never matches, it looks different. It doesn't. It looks exactly the same color as the grout, so that argument is null. All right, so basically you run your bead of caulk. You can either spray your tool or spray the bead, wipe it down with a soapy water so that the silicone caulk doesn't stick to your caulking tool. Yeah, that's really about it. Like I said, I'm not a professional caulker, so I'm not the best at it, but this is how I do it. I get a very professional, clean look when it's all done. So my customers don't complain, and I'm not going to complain. The only last thing we did after everything was dry was we came in with Bostik Blaze, which is like our favorite cleaner for tile, and a clean microfiber rag. Clean down the entire thing so that there is no residue left on the tile whatsoever. Like if you follow me on Insta, you know that I use the 2-bucket method for cleaning, for grouting. So it really leaves us with minimal to no grout haze, and really all we need is a final wipe down. Yeah, if you want to see that video, it's linked below, all about grouting and my techniques, etc., for that. So that's linked below. Again, thank you for following along this series. The next thing we're going to be doing is painting, installing a cabinet, doing the light fixtures, all of the finishing stuff. So if you want to stick around, check out the next video next week. Thanks for watching. See you next time.